Think about your day so far. Maybe you checked the weather, got a traffic alert, or opened a streaming app that immediately suggested something you might like. None of that is magic. It's driven by information, tons of little details collected over time. And the practice of turning those details into useful answers is what we call data science. So what is data science in simple words? It's the process of taking a lot of information, looking for patterns inside it, and using those patterns to make better decisions. In other words, data science helps us go from here are the facts to here's what the facts are telling us to do next. A helpful way to picture it is to imagine you're a detective, except your clues aren't fingerprints or secret notes. They're numbers, categories, and records. Or think of standing in front of an enormous cookbook. You could flip pages randomly and guess what to cook. Or you could notice which recipes you've loved before, which ones get great reviews, and what ingredients you already have, and then choose something that's likely to be a hit. That second approach, sorting through information to find what matters, is very close to what data science does. And it's not just something big tech companies do. Even a small shop owner can use data science thinking. If you track sales over time, you can spot which items sell out quickly, which products hardly move, and which days are busiest. Then you restock smarter, plan sales at the right time, and avoid missed opportunities. That's data science at work, practical and decision-focused. Now, how does data science actually work? Most of the time, it follows a simple step-by-step flow, almost like working through a puzzle. Step 1 is collecting data. That just means gathering the facts you need. It could be website visits, sales receipts, temperature readings, survey answers, social media posts, anything that captures what's happening. Step 2 is cleaning the data, and this part matters more than people expect. Real-world data is messy. You might have duplicates, missing values, typing errors, or weird entries that don't make sense. Cleaning is the process of fixing those issues so you can trust what you're analyzing. Step 3 is analyzing the data. This is where you start asking questions and looking for patterns. Are sales rising or falling? Do certain products sell together? Are people reacting positively or negatively to a new feature? Data scientists use statistics, logic, and sometimes machine learning to find answers. Step 4 is sharing findings, because insights only matter if people can understand and use them. That could be a chart, a dashboard, a short report, or even a simple explanation in plain language that helps someone choose a next step. It also helps to know that data comes in different forms and the type affect how you handle it. One common type is nominal data, labels with no natural order, like colors or city names. Then there's ordinal data, categories that do have an order, like a 1 to 5 movie rating. Discrete data is countable whole numbers, like how many books are on a shelf. And continuous data can take any value in a range, like height, weight, or temperature. What tools do people use to do all of this? A big one is Python, because it's flexible and has lots of ready-made tools for working with data. Spreadsheets like Excel are also common, especially for basic analysis. And for turning results into visuals, many people use tools like Tableau or Power BI, so patterns are easier to see and explain. Here's a simple example project to make it real. Imagine a company launches a new product and wants to know what people think. A data scientist might collect social media posts about it, remove duplicates and messy text, analyze which words and topics show up most, and then create visuals that summarize the overall reaction. That's a full data science workflow in everyday language. Gather, clean, analyze, explain. At this point, you might be wondering, where does AI fit into this? Is AI part of data science? In many cases, yes. You can think of data science as the foundation that organizes and prepares information, and AI as a set of techniques that learns from that information to make predictions or recommendations. When a streaming service suggests a movie, it's often using AI that learned patterns from your viewing history and from people with similar tastes. Voice assistants, personalized playlists, product recommendations. These systems depend on data. Data science provides the fuel, and AI uses that fuel to make smart guesses that feel helpful. So who uses data science? And what skills do they need? The interesting thing is that data science isn't limited to one job title. Business managers use data to plan strategy. Marketers use it to understand audiences. Engineers use it to improve products. Healthcare researchers use it to identify trends and evaluate treatments. Anywhere decisions need evidence, data science shows up. The skills behind it are a mix of technical and human. Problem solving is huge. You have to enjoy digging into questions like, why is this happening? And what's driving that change? Statistics and logical thinking matter because they help you avoid being fooled by random noise. Programming helps, especially with larger data sets, and Python is the most common language people mention. Communication is also essential because the best analysis in the world isn't very useful if nobody understands what it means. And finally, curiosity, because the people who do this will keep looking for better questions and clearer answers. You might also hear people ask about the father of data science. Many consider Dr. William S. Cleveland to be a key figure for shaping the modern idea of data science, especially in connecting statistics with computing and real-world problem solving. Now let's bring this back to everyday life, because that's where data science becomes easiest to understand. Weather forecasts rely on large amounts of past weather data, plus current sensor readings, to predict what's coming next. Streaming platforms track what you watch and use those patterns to recommend shows. Email providers detect spam by learning common signals that suspicious messages share. Fitness and health apps track your steps, sleep, or calories and then offer suggestions based on your habits. Even fraud detection systems look for spending patterns that don't match your normal behavior. If you ever needed to explain data science to a child, you could do it without fancy words. You could say it's like sorting a big toy box. When you group toys by color or type, it becomes easier to find what you want and notice what you have a lot of. Or you could describe it as being a numbers detective, counting what's there, spotting what shows up most, and using that to make a smart choice, like deciding which fruit the family seems to like best. And beyond daily examples, there are plenty of classic projects data science is used for: predicting which song someone might enjoy, spotting unusual transactions that could be fraud, forecasting sales during busy seasons, modeling how diseases might spread, or helping sports teams adjust strategy by studying past games. When you zoom out, the big takeaway is simple. Data science is the behind-the-scenes engine for smarter decisions and better predictions. It's how we turn piles of information into something we can actually use, whether that's a clearer forecast, a better recommendation, or a faster way to catch a problem early. The next time an app seems to know what you want, or a dashboard helps someone choose the best move, take a second and ask, what data did that come from, and what pattern did it discover? If you start noticing those moments, you'll realize data science isn't mysterious at all. It's just careful thinking, powered by information.